Monday, for your mama, from the MC and all of you. Speaking about 2027, let me tell you something. Nobody can fault you for having an ambition. Nobody. Because our leader, the president of Nigeria today, nobody gave him a chance. He came out to say, "Oh, no, come." So, for expressing your 2027 ambition in Jandor, you have not done anything wrong. If you don't believe in yourself, nobody will believe in you. October 1st this year was when I came out to say I will be running again for the office of Governor of Lagos in 2027. And don't forget, I did say, and I want to reiterate, and I'm telling all of you today before I go into the assignment we want to do. Yes, we have expressed our aspiration within the party, but we are saying that whoever the party chooses at the end of the day, all of us will stay and work for the party, irrespective of who. Even though we know it's going to be us, isn't it? Yeah. And by extension, to ensure the victory of APC in Lagos State come 2027, irrespective of who is on the ballot. So let me not fight us. This structure, by extension, is also put together to ensure the victory of our leader, the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, in 2027. And this, just the way we've been doing our thing, is going to be self-funded. We did this restructuring because when we moved from PDP back to our original home, and it is important for us to give them sense of belonging. And that is why we have to do this restructuring so that we can infuse all of them into our structure. And today, we have combination of both original APC members and those that came with us from the other party in our structure, and we're doing this work together. Again, the non-Yoruba speaking has always been in Lagos for Lagos structure. We have the leader of the non-Yoruba speaking here. We started this journey together, even though then it was of the PDP. Today is now an APC man. And we've brought back so many of our brothers from the other side to join the existing one in the family. So we have structure of not just the entire Indigo. We have structure in the markets, Igbo-dominated markets. Who is our chairman of markets here? He's here. And together, we're going to work to ensure the victory of this party and the success of government of Lagos and that of Nigeria by extension. I want to thank you sincerely. I also want to inform you. The party is aware of what is happening today. I personally spoke to party chairman about it. He said he won't be here, but he'll be sending the youth leader. We are still expecting him. I just want to tell you and to assure you that nobody will query you for having an ambition. If you don't have one, you are dead. Our leader said to us and said, power is not served a la carte. So we are practicalizing that. We are taking after him for 2027. But let me tell you this. The only ticket of APC that is so certain today is that of the president himself. Because across the length and breadth of the country, he is already endorsed. And there is no vacancy in Aso Rock. It is assured to 2031. You see that our own ticket that we are talking about? Are you with me? We are many on top the matter, right? But you are not on machine. So if we work and pray and seek God's mercy to ensure that we come out victorious by the time the party and the leadership of the party will make a pronouncement. Just like I have said, there is nobody whose name that you have heard in APC that is contesting for that office that is not qualified to be governor of Lagos State after Tinubu. Nobody. So whoever, even though we know is going to be us by his grace, we will work and ensure APC's victory in 2027. You know, me, I am not a politician who sit in one place and be making mouth. I am always on the road. Let me inform you, very soon we are commencing another world round. So buckle up. So, from BDJ in Ibeju to Arapagi to Lemobe in that axis, to Ibubu, Ijede, Imota in that other axis, to Apa. You were Apais, but I agree on your way to the border. Tomorrow, to your way to Shagira, popular. Very soon, we'll be taken to the entire nook and cranny of Lagos State, that gospel of that one ticket that all of us are so certain of now, which is that of the president, to tell the people this is what is being able to achieve, retooling this country. go to every nook and cranny of Lagos State to preach this word. This is your assignment. I am going to take the lead. I'm coming to your word. We will go together. We will talk the entire 376 words. You can do, you know me. You know I can do it. And we are going to do it. We have what to market APC government with. I will give you just one of it. Affects everybody. One thing that you talk about in this country that affects both the market woman, downfall driver, all of you, all of us, is petroleum products, isn't it? I've listened to several narratives about this 15% import duty tariff that the president imposed on importation of petroleum products. And a lot of people are saying, oh, it is going to skyrocket, this is going to go. Let me break it down. We ran into a problem, the major problem this country ran into, major economic problem that we ran into pre-Tinubu government was this issue of importation of refined products and subsidy matter. But today, we have a refinery locally that is doing 650 barrels per day, which is much more than our local consumption every day. With that, we don't need to exchange naira to dollar to bring in importation, petroleum products. And the president is saying that if you must bring in petroleum products, you have a 15% tariff on it. Now, let me ask you, as a businessman, which one would you rather go for? Won't you go to Dangote and say, let me sit down with this man and use your naira to buy it without spending dollar against our own naira? Let no one say to us that that is going to affect, no, it's not going to affect it. Rather, it will protect local industry. The jobs that our brothers have in Dangote will be secure. And there is nothing you want to do. Trump is imposing tariff here and there in his country. You know why? Because he wants to strengthen local production. There's no point. Dangote has what can take care of our daily consumption. And some people are still bringing in refined petroleum products. They will kill that local business. And the business is here in Lagos. Nigeria is a secular state. I will use President Tinubu himself and myself here as an example. First, to let everybody know that in Nigeria, we don't have official religion. President Tinubu is a Muslim and is married to a pastor, the First Lady. Jandor is a Muslim. My wife is a Christian. My mother lived and died a Christian. From my siblings from the same mother and father, we have Christians, we have Muslims. So why is anybody telling us in this country that there is genocide of Christians? No, there is nothing like that. It's Zamfara. The same terrorists kill people in Zamfara. Predominantly Muslim states. In the mosque and everywhere. Insecurity is something that all of us will stand up against. Okay, let me ask you. in the southeastern part of this state, this country, which is predominantly Christian region. Christians, just the same way we've been asking, of course, we welcome them to come and crush terrorists, but they shouldn't give us this narrative of Muslim killing Christian or Christian killing Muslim in Nigeria. That's not who we are. That's not who we are. And I remember I did an interview on channels about a few months ago, and they asked me about insecurity in Nigeria. I only said something. I said, look, it has always been there. But one thing that I wanted to say, which I said that to the new CDS and every other security apparatus to say, look, step up your game. This man will continue to change you until we get it better. Nigeria is a sovereign state. Yes, we have insecurity in fewer parts of this country. And there is nothing like genocide, Christian killing Muslim or Muslim killing Christian. Yeah, no. They should stop giving us that narrative. This is a secular state. I have on good authority that as last month, over 79 owners, property owners, have been duly compensated in Urushoki, and it was done in the Palace of Uru. And as I can also tell you that 2 days ago, just 2 days ago or 3 days ago, the government of Lagos has enumerated over 100 owners again to be compensated for the second phase. Those properties had to give me for overriding interests of the public in the urban renewal. It's done everywhere. Somebody should report that the government of Lagos are doing giving due compensation to property owners. And that leads me to politics. We know how to play it if you want to play it in the opposing camp. If I may ask you, the people that went to trade fair when government demolished properties in trade fair, properties that were on the wrong side of the law, did you see them in Urushoki? Have you? Why haven't they visited Urushoki? It's because they want to divide us in this state. And they cannot divide us. You know why? Jandor. These are my people and they know me. And I've been their defender, maybe today. Because after that, their meeting, I had to call a meeting of the leaders. Maybe so. And I told them, government of Lagos don't hate you. Don't let anybody, travel with you with that kind of narrative. No. Government of Lagos, in the history of this country, was the first to ensure that your people are in our highest decision-making body in the state ESCO of Lagos State. If you hate you, we won't put you there. And it's on record. Until today, we still have it. We don't enjoy that elsewhere. Ordinary Ogun State here, or your state, Jandor cannot go there and say, I want to be anything. On my diving father, say yours and but here, we are so hospitable, we accommodate everybody. Don't let any desperate politician tell you they hate you because they need your votes. If they get into office, they know what is right for them to do. If you go on the wrong side of the law, even if that governor is your father, he will not come out to defend you. Only Lord of Mercy. So I'm telling us all of this because we have work in our hands. We will start moving from words to words, sensitizing our people to say, look, this gang up of 2027 against our leader won't work.
Congratulations again. So, please, can you give us a brief of what we are doing here today?
Okay, so today we are inaugurating our grassroots structure, which is Jandor of Lagos movement grassroots structure, at least to start preparation for the re-election of Mr. President. Okay, we know that campaign hasn't started, but we believe tomorrow will start today. So the first thing to do is to put in place our own structure, 376 wards of Lagos. Just like you know, and those Lagos for Lagos, everybody from the entire 376 wards. So today we inaugurated all the ward chairmen, 376. We have LGA executive 77 per LGA in 57. And we also have the state expo, we have senatorial leaders, we have apex leaders. So today is to inaugurate this in preparation for my ward tour. Just like I did during electioneering campaign in 2023, I toured the entire 376 wards and 245 we want to use the 20. So we're starting again to go out there and tell people the need for them to support this party come 2027.
Are you executing the workshop before the primary? Or before
Okay.
the primary?
Okay, so the world tour is starting immediately to start first telling Lagosians and Nigerians alike what the current administration has done and still doing to retool the economy of this country, what the government of Lagos is doing to also better our lot in the state of Lagos, so that we'll prepare ourselves by the time electionary campaigns now come. It makes it easier because we would have been able to sensitize everybody about the workings of the All Progressive Congress in the state of Lagos and Nigeria as a whole.
Excellency, sir, like you said, when we were talking about the narrative being propaganda of Nigerian Christians being killed and the American government taking steps to come to Nigeria to fuel that situation. How much do you think the Nigerian government can quickly do to put this to an end?
So, just like I said, I've spoken about this very unfortunate narrative because I use myself as an example. I use Mr. President as an example. I'm a Muslim. I'm married to a Christian. So my mother lived and died a Christian. Okay, so Nigeria is a secular state. Mr. President is a Muslim. His wife is a pastor. Okay, how would somebody now come and say in Nigeria we have genocide, Muslim killing Christian or such a thing? That is not us. I've also used the example of the southeastern part of this country, predominantly states Christian region. And for the past 4 years, and before then, having some level of insecurity. These are people that are killing themselves. They speak the same language. They have the same tribe, the same religion. I mean, you can't just call that genocide, the Christian genocide, because these are the same people. I've also used the issue of Zamfara state. Zamfara is predominantly Muslim state. Terrorists are killing people in Zamfara, and they have abducting people. So we know there is insecurity in Nigeria, and government day in day out are doing their best to decimate, this unfortunate group. And like I said, when you ask me what the president is doing or what the government is doing, I remembered my interview on channels a few months ago when they asked me about this insecurity, and I said it has always been there. But the only thing I needed to say to then service chiefs was to say the man at the ends of affair now is not Buhari. This one is in the office and is aware that he's in the office. Okay, it's Buhari that will keep a service chief till that kingdom come, in office. This one won't do it. And he just did a few weeks ago, changed all of them because he wanted a better result. And the same message I'm giving to the current service chiefs now, that you need to step up this game. If you don't step up this game, you will go the way of the previous ones, because until we get it right, we'll continue to see how we can put our best foot forward. So I know that the government is doing a lot, but they can still do more. And that's the fact. They can still do more. They can still do more because their primary responsibility is to keep all of us safe. I believe they're doing their best, and they're doing it. This government has done a lot to ensure we have stability.